Hey everyone, I am Libby with Grow Love Gardens, and today it's a nice day. The sun is shining, semi warm enough, so I'm going to try planting some dwarf gray sugar peas, those bad boys right there. We've had a super mild winter so far, so I thought that I'm going to take a chance and see if these suckers will grow a little earlier than normal. So I'm going to show you how we do that today. This is my garden bed. It's about 4 feet wide by 6 feet long. Super easy to make. My husband Chris just put them together with some cedar fence posts actually, and they've been here now about 4 years and held up just fine. Occasionally if they come loose we'll just put another screw in to tighten it up. And I like it because it's a little bit raised up off the ground, so that makes weeding easier to do, keeps the soil contained and not washed away. What I did this fall, this is a easy tip that I never even thought about. A farmer told me you always want to keep your soil covered, and that makes perfect sense, to keep that moisture and keep the nutrients in, and it also cuts down a ton on weeds, so that's been super helpful. So anyways, I've kind of cleared a section out here where I'm going to plant my peas. I'm going to use this bed for multiple things, and I like to try to cram in as many things as I possibly can, and that also cuts down on weeds, the more things you can kind of get in one box. But you also do want to make sure you have enough space for them to grow well and that it's not too crowded. But anyways, I am saving a row down the middle here to plant my peas, and then I also plan on having carrots in the back a little later when it's a good time to plant those, an eggplant in the front. I like to try to pick things for companion planting. So again, I have just moved away the covering for the area that I plan on planting, and I'm going to leave the covering on the other parts until I am ready to plant. I like to order all my seeds from Seed Savers Exchange. They're a great company. They keep a lot of heritage seeds going, so I really like that. Their catalog's kind of fun too, because it kind of tells a story for where the seed came from and how it got into their collection. So I think that's kind of just a fun thing I enjoy reading up on. So what we're going to do here is we're going to direct seed them. I kind of skip the part so I don't have to thin them out later. I just plant them where I want to plant them and keep them. So that's what we're going to do. These thrive in full sun. And again, you can see right there, 2 to 3 inches apart, about a ½ inch to an inch in depth. We're going to put them down in there, and then rows 16 to 18 inches apart. And this variety is cool because you don't have to trellis them. I just did 2 rows to start. That should be plenty, and it says 2 to 3 inches apart. So I used my God-given long thumb right there and stuck it down just like to the end of my nail bed right there for my depth purposes, and I just eyeballed 2 to 3 inches out for each little hole there, and you'll put your seeds in each one of those holes. So I just did 2 rows, about what I'm thinking 16 to 18 inches apart. Looks about right to me. And plants are pretty forgiving, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Here are my pea seeds. So I'm just going to put 1 in per hole. Alright, so the seeds are all put in the individual holes, and then you just put a little dirt on top, kind of tap it down gently. I'm going to do that for all of them, and that's all there is to it. Then I'll just give them a light watering with the hose and let them grow, and that's all there is to it. Easy peasy. Okay, so that's it. That's how we plant peas. It took maybe all of 5 minutes, and hopefully, weather permitting, we won't have any crazy freezes, and hopefully this big pest will not eat them all like she did last year. So we shall see. Thank you for watching.